Welcome to the subject Product Lifecycle Management for 8th semester Mechanical Engineering. The subject code is 17ME835. In this module number 5 is related to product building and structures. In this I have already discussed introduction to virtual product development tools, and then building virtual product models, analyzing virtual product models, and then production process planning, and then product data technology. I will go for product structures, variant management, and then product configuration in this session. Remaining will take on next session. Now coming to product structure. In product lifecycle management, PLM, product structure describes the main parts or components, subcomponents, assemblies, and document forms in a hierarchical way. Product structure explains the fact regarding how the product is divided into components, which are in turn divided into sub-components, etc., thereby giving the essential detail in an organized manner. The product structure, apart from containing the three-dimensional model of parts, also contain some metadata that gives all information about the parts like material information, manufacturing processes, etc. The product structure in many aspects form the art of PLM system. This is the simple figure shows the product structure of a bicycle in its simplest form. In this bicycle is having the details of handbars is one, and then frame assembly 1, seat 1, and then wheels 2, frame 1, and then what are the frames, tires, aluminum, tubing, and then what are the paints required. And then these are the file versions in each type of a file related. It contains all the information. Apart from that, this also contains some attribute values. This is regarding part name, part number, manufacturing number, and then data set files that may be 3D modes, drawings, requirements, and then viewable file, etc. And then related data is considering manufacturing, tooling, costing, change orders. It contains all the informations of a bicycle in its simplest form. And then this the figure shows the generic product structure, or is also called a product model of a bicycle. Next we'll go for usage of this PLM tools. In this PLM tools are used to manage product structure and to store all data in a single database, allowing every user to access the information by local computers. Product structure keeps latest design information, and by the help of this PLM tools, every user can reach the latest design information at the same time. In PLM tools, each detailed part or assembly is represented as an item in the product structure with the part number and part description, etc. The detailed information about parts like 3D model and metadata is kept under item revisions, and then the item revisions are released in PLM tools and changes are controlled and item revisions accordingly. In case there is a need to update parts after release of latest revision, the item is revised again and a new revision is updated accordingly to new requirements. Latest item revisions are thus linked to the product structure. To construct and maintain product structure properly, and then different items types and different roles are used in PLM tools. This shows the importance of using PLM tools in the organization to manage design data in a more suitable and protected way. Next, we'll go for variant management. Here, uh, customers expect and demand not just a product that meets their functional needs, but also one that is tailored to specifically meet their expectations. This includes style, color, special features, and conveniences of their choice. For example, we'll take the variants of a motorbike may include different style of design, color and then features, etc. And then bikes were developed with kick-starting facility. However, people starting expecting to have power starting along with the kickstart facility. Further, international markets with local particularities like people, rules, and regulations often demand products in different variants. And then variant requests may come in the form of new requirements and behavior from customers and new suppliers from new markets. A critical need in the development of a varied product is the ability to effectively manage the common feature and variations in the various specifications. Ideally, the specifications for requirements, tests, risk assessment, etc. should be maintained in a single master specification document for each artifact type that covers the entire product. There should be an easy way to reuse different applicable subsets of these master specifications to create specifications fully covering each product in the product line. A dedicated variant management tool is thus needed for all but the most trivial product lines. Variant management is a holistic approach to control and optimize product diversification with respect to product cost and market strategy. The key idea of variant management is to optimize the number of product variants that can be manufactured while reducing the complexity of product development and manufacturing. Production costs are typically kept low by manufacturing only a small amount of different modules that are common and recurring for multiple products. These models can then be manufactured in large scales. Variant management continues to be a critical consideration early in the product life cycle, especially as evolving design paradigms influence product variants. Next we'll go for variant management approach. Here variant bill of materials, that is BOM, uh, here is a critical bill of materials is the thing, but is a list of the raw materials, sub-assemblies, intermediate assemblies, subcomponents, parts, and the quantities of each needed to manufacture an end product. In certain instances, it is referred as product structure. Here in this variant bill of materials is a critical aspect in variant management approach. Variant bill of materials is a critical aspect in the variant management approach. Managing a distinct bill of material for each variant of a product and updating configurations as the product evolves is a time consuming and tedious task. Variant management makes use of a single bill of material referred as variant BOM for multiple variants of the same product. Maintaining a single BOM can be comparatively powerful as it will help to manage a consistent set of connected information for multiple product development and manufacturing stage and address a specific product design and manufacturing options. Various software tools are used to manage and support variant bill of materials. All data and documents related to products, parts, assemblies, materials, etc. are managed at a very detailed level, thereby forming the product data backbone for all digital information relevant to a product. Uh, Stakeholders across the enterprise can interact with an accurate, aligned 3D representation of bill of material without asking the designer, or it may be being a CAD experts themselves. The data is automatically synchronized with design, engineering, and manufacturing tools. For example, we will take any changes made to computer-aided design automatically gets incorporated in the bill of materials. This helps to optimize the number of product variants that can be manufactured, which in turn reduces the complexity of product development. Companies hence shift to a variant management approach to improve their product time to market and lower their production and maintenance costs. Next we'll go for product configuration. Here product configuration, also referred as product customization or knowledge based configuration, is an activity of customizing a product in order to meet the needs of a particular customer. The product may consist of mechanical parts, services, and electronic, or it may be softwares. Since customers expect unique products adjusted to their individual needs, companies are shifting their way of thinking to be more customer oriented. For example, we'll take a customer can configure a variety of shoe styles, colors, materials to create a uniquely personalized pair of shoes, or it may be select a flat screen television with product variants like LCD or plasma screen, or it may be size of the viewing area, etc. Can be configured based on the customers customers needs. Uh, or another example, a car can be variants, for example, color and then engine type, fuel base type, etc. The need to configure products to meet special requirements is becoming the rule rather than to exception in both business to business and business to consumer relationships. In order to implement a configuration system, a model describing the product must be defined and implemented, usually in a product configurator. Uh, here, a product configurator is a software tool that performs as an online guide to help the customers to specify a product with desired specification by choosing from all available options. The tool helps to transform customer requirements into bill of materials, list of features, cost estimations, and ultimately rapid manufacturing of products. The customer the customer requirements into bill of materials and a list of features, cost estimations, and ultimately rapid manufacturing of products. The configurator platform is built in such a manner to have a clear separation between the product data, that may be information, and functionality and presentation. And then uh, here, uh, here the figure shows the scope of this configuration process. Here the customer requirement can be order, quotation, and it may be inquire requesting certain information, and then this simulated product configuration are created based on the information. Here the product information is according to the customer requirements. They will go for the product configuration, and then it is used to create a procurement order for semi-finished products and direct material purchases related to orders. The simulated configuration is also used to introduce changes in customer requirements and to perform costing. The product configuration is created through the display of questions in the form of features and found when the product structures were searched. These questions are then answered by one of the valid options displayed along with the each feature. Since questions can be searched for dynamically, only those questions which apply in the different situations need to be answered. The result of product configuration can be communicated to the customer. The output of the configuration program gives can be, for example, visualization, it may be pictures or animation, etc. A description, a list of parts, codes, prices, import files for ERP or CRM, etc. When a manufacturer order is created for a product configuration, the internal information about the configuration can be viewed and distributed within the company. That is it, almost all data, and then we can choose. Here the figure shows the product configuration process. Next we'll go for benefits of product configurator. Here the product configurator in general ensures a profitable solution for the following problems: time lost entering orders, and then errors and delays caused by poorly integrated information, the daily battle to balance speed and quality, insufficient change management, and finally no way to access critical product and industry knowledge. These are the main benefits of this product configurator. We'll discuss one by one. First we'll take the time lost entering orders. Here sales engineering can spend more time recording order details. For example, products than they do selling them. It can take hours to ensure that all calculations are complete and that specifications are captured and correctly transformed in the correct product. Next we'll take errors and delays caused by poorly integrated information. Here complex orders can end up as manual documents and spreadsheets. Converting into ERP bill of materials and route manuals lead to costly mistakes and delay in project starts. The daily battle with balance, speed and quality. Product time to market. Delivery keeps getting shorter, but engineering cannot compromise standards. Time needs to be focused on building great products, not on data re-entry. Next, insufficient change management. Here, while working with multiple systems, request to modify a product enter the ecosystem too slowly. Without centralized information, product can end up working with a different product version than sales and engineering. Deadlines get missed and error cost pile up. And then the last one is no way to access critical product and industry knowledge. Here individuals are too pressured and busy to share information and answer questions from sales, the channels and customers. These are the main benefits of product configurator. This will end up with this session, and then thank you for patience listening. Finally, I will thank Dr. Pundarika, the main LMS coordinator, and then is the principal in Government Engineering College, Ramnagara. And then the course moderator, Dr. D.P. Girish, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Ramnagar. Myself, Dr. Muniraj J.M., Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Chamarajnagar. And then another person, Dr. Banjara Kotresha, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Haveri. Then one more content developer, Professor Chetan K.S., Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Chamarajnagar. Finally, thank you.